Oh, Shalom there. You caught me in a quiet moment of study. Well, since you're here, might as well come on in and get this first day Torah Parashah of Terumah, Exodus chapter 25, verses 1 through 16. The Holy Tabernacle and Holy Rituals. All right. Um, the Today is the new moon, and the next from February 2nd, February 3rd to February 4th. The next new moon is going to be is it March 5th? March 5th to March 6th. All right. And the next new moon after that is going to be April 4th, sunset to sunset. First day of Passover is going to be um, April 18th to April 19th is the next Passover. And the last day of Passover is going to be April 24th to April 25th, sunset to sunset. All right. And with me to read from my Exodus 25, verses 1 through 16, is going to be Amaria Menai Shaman Ban Parazah. And this is a very important section of the Bible we're going to read today because it basically, shows you that, the Most High, the Almighty Creator God, that he likes bling. He likes bling. He likes jewelry. He likes gold. He likes shiny stuff. He likes flossing. And that's the type of people he created. Okay, so big up to you, Tamara. How you doing? Yeah, I know, rubbing my chin hair, okay. I don't know, does he do that too? Does he rub his little chin hairs too? I love you too. I don't know, I never saw him rubbing his chin hairs. Does he do that too? But but yeah, so the Most High, he like that bling, man. He like that jewelry. He likes that. He likes that gold. He likes onyx stones. He likes precious stones. So we're gonna read about that, and also he likes very, very, good colors, bright colors. Most High Yahweh has variety, and of course, we as His children, so-called the people that came to the Americas in slavery, and the people that were already in the Americas. Of course, we are the children of Israel. We got the most flair, color, style out of everybody on the planet. The poorest people, you understand? But yet still we look the best out of everybody on how we dress and how we do our thing. And, sometimes a little over materialistic, but hey, it's in our blood, man. We always try to look good. We always try to look good. So what we're going to do is we're going to start reading from the book of Exodus chapter 25, verse 1 through 16. We're going to go into Yahweh wanted us to create a tabernacle in the wilderness after we left out of Egypt. He said, this place I want you to come to worship me, to do sacrifices and offerings unto me. And I just want to come and chill with you inside the Holy of Holies. And I want the priest to come holler at me once a year. All the bad stuff that y'all did, I want you to make a sacrifice to me. I know y'all gonna mess up. I made you. I know you. You're gonna mess up. When you mess up, I'm gonna want some blood to be spilled to make up for the wrong that you did. So I can either punish you and kill you, or I can kill that animal. So once we did certain sins, we had to bring certain sacrifices unto the temple of the Most High. But see, the temple before we got into the elaborate, fancy tent, but real elaborate, real classy. Most High has class about him. He does things on a high level. It wasn't looking all drab and dry and raggedy looking. It was looking real fly. Kind of like, how I'm looking now, But yeah, let's go into the scripture. The Most High, through his prophet Moses, which if Moses was today, he would be called a Haitian. The tribe of Levi that Moses comes from are the people that they call Haitians today. All right, that's his people. So Yahweh spoke to Moses and told Moses, hey, this is how I want y'all to to put this thing together. This is how I want you, you understand, to make this this particular structure, to come and spend time with me, to come and worship me, to come and, holler at me. And I want you to do it in style. So we're going to look at the scriptures, and the scriptures are going to show us exactly. I mean, this thing is so daggone precise. Most High, when you really look at the Most High, you see why the Masons try to call him the great architect of the universe, man, because he is. I mean, he's a magnificent designer, builder. He made you. Look how good you look. Look how beautiful you are. No matter what nobody tell you, you can. Nobody tell you you don't look good. You can hear you ugly all day, but you're always gonna find something good about yourself. I like my nails, or you wouldn't trade your face for somebody else's face, would you? See, that's how you know you look good about yourself, man. So have a little, have a little joy about how you created, man. No matter what everybody else says, the Most High made you the way he wanted you. The Most High made you the way that you could be dealt with in your own spirit, you see? So now we're going to see the inside and the outside of this place that we call the tabernacle, all right, that we made in the wilderness after the Africans were forced by the hand of Yahweh to let us free from slavery. We made this tabernacle, and guess what? The Most High is going to force the Americans, the American government, the Europeans in this country, well, not this country, but in America, you're going to force them to let us go also. And when we let us go, we're going to go into the wilderness again. And when you go into the book of Second Maccabees, you come to find out that the tabernacle is actually hidden in Mount Nebo, Mount Horeb area. It's actually hidden there. And once we get free, Most High is going to bring the tabernacle, and we're going to start using it again. We're going to find out where it is, and we're going to start using it again, man. So it's a beautiful thing that we got to look forward to. The very same thing we're reading about right here. We are going to experience it all over again. So who would have thought at the beginning of the Bible, right? At the beginning of the Bible, the Most High is God Almighty, Yahweh, is showing us something that we're going to have again when we leave from the captivity, mainly of North America, with the so-called white man. He raped, he robbed, he murdered, all right? He was making Israelite men and women have sex with animals and dogs and cats and horses. Why? Because so-called white man, he's a freak, man. He's nasty. All right? And, hey, you the one that created all these different fetishes, all types of pornography, all types of laws to do and don't do certain stuff. Shalom, Isaiah, shalom. You the one created all those things, man. So don't get mad at us when we just call you like you are, man. You a nasty, twisted, trifling pervert, man. That's why you got all this stuff. Bruce Jenner walking around with a male private part with some tissue. It's Bruce Jenner, right? The Bruce Jenner? Yeah. Running around with meat, fat and silicone stuffed into his chest, and the doctor sewed some skin on. Daggone Frankenstein monster, man. You see that, man? So that's nasty, man. So Most High gonna shut all this down. But anyway, back to us as a people, the children of Israel. We're gonna read the book of Exodus. We're gonna start with chapter 25 because this is our law. This is who we come from. This is what we're gonna have to look forward to. All right, so I'm gonna read in 2 Maccabees chapter 2. Because I made a very powerful statement, which was that what we're about to read in Exodus chapter 25, the Most High is going to give it to us again. Tabernacle that we made in the wilderness. All right, so I'm gonna read 2 Maccabees. Actually, once you get that apocrypha over there for me, And go ahead and turn to the last book in that Apocrypha. 2 Maccabees chapter 2. And give me chapter 2. And let's start from verse 3. Okay, go ahead. Speak loudly so we can, everybody all the way to Cleveland. All right, to Cleveland and Mexico and San Diego. They want to hear you. They want to hear your strong, beautiful, masculine voice. Go ahead.
And with other such speeches,
2 Maccabees chapter 2, verse 4.
It was also contained in the same writing,
okay,
that the prophet, being warned of Ahijam, commanded the tabernacle and the ark to go with him, as he went forth into the mountain, where Moshe climbed up and saw the heritage of Ahijam.
So Moses climbed up. So the prophet Jeremiah was being warned about the tabernacle of the Most High. All right. So he went to the mountain where Moses climbed up, and Moses saw the heritage of Yahweh, God Almighty. And what mountain did Moses climb up and see the heritage of God Almighty? Well, I'm gonna read the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 34, verse 1. And it says, and Moses went up from the plains of Moab unto the mountain of Nebo, to the top of Pisgah, that is over against Jericho. And Yahweh showed him all the land of Gilead unto Dan. Okay? Unto Dan. Verse 4. This is the land. And Yahweh said unto him, this is the land which I swear unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob, saying, I will give it unto thy seed. I have caused thee to see it with thine eyes, but thou shalt not go over thither. See that? So now we know we're talking about over in the plains of Moab, Mount Nebo, all right, which is also connected with the group of mountains, Mount Horeb. So I want to continue reading from 1 Maccabees to show you that the Most High is going to hide. He hid the tabernacle through Jeremiah. And now the Most High is going to reveal it to us in the last days. Read.
And when Jeremy came hither.
Jeremy came where?
Came thither.
So Jeremy is talking about Jeremiah. Go ahead.
He found an hollow cave.
So Jeremiah, he found a cave that was dug out. Like the Most High made a special spot from creation for this thing to happen. Read.
Wherein he laid the tabernacle.
He laid the what?
The tabernacle.
He laid the tabernacle. He laid the curtains and all these types of things that we're going to read about in Exodus 25. Read.
And the ark.
The Ark of the Covenant. So no, the Ark of the Covenant is not in Ethiopia. The Ark of the Covenant is not, all right, hidden in Israel, and it's not in the Vatican. Contrary to popular belief, they didn't get their hands on that. Those thieving Romans did not take the Ark of the Covenant. The so-called white man is a thief by nature. That's why we speak English, because he stole the land and made the people speak the language that he spoke. Look how small England is. Look how many countries you can go to and speak English, because he's a thief. We don't. The fact that the world speaks European languages, the world doesn't speak Chinese and Hindu. The world doesn't speak Swahili and Igbo. The world speaks English, French, Spanish, Portuguese, right? That's what the world speaks. Why? Because the so-called white man stole the land. He stole the jewels and the riches from all nations. Read.
And the altar of incense.
So they put the altar of incense, the tabernacle, and They put the Ark of the Covenant. Ark of the Covenant is not lost in Gondor, Ethiopia somewhere. No, it's in Mount Nebo. Read.
And so stopped the door.
So then he stopped up the way to get inside the cave. Go ahead.
And some of those that followed him.
So some people that followed Jeremiah, read,
came to mark the way.
They tried to mark the way where Jeremiah had hid, Yeremiah had hid the tabernacle and the Ark of the Covenant and the altar of incense, right? All right, go ahead.
But they could not find it.
But they couldn't find where he hid it at. Read.
Which when Jeremiah perceived, he blamed them.
So Jeremiah, he laid a charge against them when he found out that they were trying to follow him to see where he hid the tabernacle. What did he say?
As for that place, it shall be unknown until the time that Elohim gather his people again.
Until Israel is gathered together again, ain't nobody on the planet Earth going to find out where is the Ark of the Covenant, where is the tabernacle, where is the altar of incense. The Most High has it hidden for all times. Now, they might have tried to make some different stuff or whatever, or but the Most High, he hid it. It's hidden. It's hidden. Read.
And receive them unto mercy.
So when he receives us unto mercy, meaning when we get into the wilderness, the Most High is going to show us where it is again. And we're going to use it. And we're going to do the sacrifice. And we're going to have the tabernacle in the wilderness. When we leave America, when we leave Mexico, when we leave England, when we leave Ghana, when we leave from Tanzania, Kenya, India, Sri Lanka, all the places where we've been scattered in slavery, captivity, oppression. Yahweh said that we're going to be gathered together and we're going to be brought into the wilderness again. From Ezekiel chapter 20, 33, chapter 20, verses 33 to 38. Read it with your own eyes for yourself, man. Don't believe me. Read it for yourself. Then you see what I'm talking about. Read. Okay, let's go back to Exodus now. All right, Exodus chapter 25, let's start with verse 1.
And Yahweh spake unto Moshe,
Wayadabar Yahweh al Masha,
saying,
La Amar. And Yahweh spoke unto Moses. So this is what Yahweh said to Moses. Read.
Speak unto the children of Yashar'ala.
Dabar al Banya Yashar'ala. Speak to the Banya Yashar'ala, which is us. We are the children of Israel. Those ones that were already here in Mexico, already up there in America, already in Central and South America. When the Edomites came over, we were already here. And those of us that came on the slave ships, we are the children of Israel, man. We're not Africans. We're not Indians. Indian comes from the word Indus. And that's where you get the word Hindu from. That's the name of a region over there. The Indus Valley civilization. All right, go ahead.
That they make for me an offering.
So the Most High wants an offering. He wants you to bring something up to him. And that's where we get the name of this Torah Parashah, all right? Terumah, all right? The Rawah. Ram, you can see something that's as high, lifted up. So this is, I'm offering this to you. Read.
Of every man whose heart maketh him willing, you shall take my offering.
So everybody that want to bring something to Yahweh, because he has a grand task that he's about to complete. A very, very important task. Read.
And this is the offering which ye shall take of them. Gold.
Gold. The Most High say he wants some gold. He wants gold. Because he's about to build this tabernacle for us. So he said, I want you to look good. When you come to see me and do your little sacrifices and everything, when you might mess up, or after you have a baby or something, you go to the temple and you do your offerings. But the tabernacle is gone now, and the temple was destroyed by the Romanos. Los Romanos destruyeron el templo del Altísimo. Y ya no se queda ninguna piedra del templo. porque sé cómo destruyeron todo. Se sacaron todo del templo. Go ahead.
And silver.
I want gold and silver, and he has a plan for this gold and silver. Read.
And brass.
He wants brass. All right, brass was in the family of copper. So remember, copper and gold and silver, especially copper and gold, these are high electrical conductors. These conduct electricity. And copper is a what? Is a cleanser. Copper cleanses your insides, cleanses your outsides. All right. It purifies. It takes bacteria out of your body when you have like a copper tub. So the Most High saying use copper. And silver, we know silver, like the silver is a very, very strong antibacterial. That's why they have that little silver. That's a drink you have with silver that cleans out your inside. Right? The gold is antibacterial, and gold is a high conductor of electricity. So all these metals the Most High wants have very, very strong properties. And he's going to put all these things inside of this tabernacle that's going to be in the wilderness, man. Wonderful piece of artwork. Read.
And blue.
Now the blue he wanted is the takala, which comes from a little murex type of a shell from the ocean, animal from the ocean. You take it and you pinch it, and it lets out some like a dye. All right, like it lets off an excretion. You don't kill it. It just lets off an excretion. And when it lets off that excretion you change into like a liquid. All right, it changes like a liquid. And you could dry it into like a powder, right? You dry it into like a liquid, and then you mix it with other things, and you activate it, and it gives you like a deep, 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 deep blue. All right. Now, when it's the ultraviolet rays of the sun hit it, it's a dark, dark, dark blue, almost like a purple. But then the more ultraviolet rays hit it, right, it changes into what? It changes into like a light blue. But when you just take it outside, maybe keep it in the shade, it's gonna be like a dark blue, maybe like a navy blue. Right, then it goes from navy blue and down to royal blue, then all the way down to like a sky blue. So you have different shades of blue. All right, go ahead.
And purple.
Now, in purple also. So the purple is more like what they call hyacinth or maybe like a violet. Now, even though when you look in the Hebrew here, it says violet. Remember, our color spectrums and color schemes and the knowledge of these colors has long been lost by a lot of people that translated the Bible. But when you look at the Aztecs, when you look at some of the Mayans in Mexico and Central America, they still have these sciences. The reason they translate that word as violet in the 16th century or the 15th century, that violet is the color that you get when you take that dye and you keep it away from the sun, away from the light, and then it gets stuck on that color. That's the pure organic color. But when you bring it out to the sun, bam, it gets light again. So we knew this even in the ancient world. So we called it not according to the light color that it makes, but according to the dark color if it doesn't come into any type of contact with any ultraviolet light. You can have a candle light or something, and you can see that deep dark purple. Right, deep dark, closer to a purple violet, but actually a deep dark blue. Right. Now, the purple that we read about in verse 4, that purple is a true purple. It's a family of the violet. Now, keep reading.
And scarlet.
And the scarlet also came from an animal, all right, which is a deep red. So here you have three colors: blue, purple, and red. Here you have three colors. You have red, violet, or purple, and then you have the blue right here. See? So now you got to ask yourself a question. So it's a big talk. You got people, it's not blue, it's violet. Okay, well, so you mean to tell me the Most High, he wants us to have this shade of purple, and then another shade of purple, and then red. Does that sound like that's what he's really saying? He wants you to have two colors of different shades. That's like he's saying, I want you to have blue, light red, and for the third color, I think I have dark red. No, he didn't say that. I want to have one shade of purple and a shade of violet, and then I want a shade of red. No, he didn't say that. When you go into the science, you look at the history, but you got to do that, understand these colors, man. And it's got to be done through wisdom. And that's what I mean. You can't just pick up the Bible and say, well, the Strongs said this, so this is what it is. Well, the Strongs is not always accurate. Strong's is wrong too sometimes, man. The Strong's biblical concordance is not always, it's not the Bible, it's not correct all the time. But our records that we left, we said that this Tekala, this blue, was different shades and different variations of blue. All right, let's keep reading.
And fine linen. And goat's hair.
All right, so the goat's hair. Very fine goat's hair. Very expensive too, this goat's hair. Go ahead.
And ram skins dyed red.
Ram skins dyed red. Go ahead.
And seal skins.
All right, so that seal skin, that's actually a different kind of deer. All right, go ahead.
And acacia wood.
Acacia wood, which is shittim wood, which is the same tree that was used for the well, it's acacia wood. It's a very special wood. A very special wood. And I think they grow it in North America also. Go ahead.
Oil for the light.
Hey, cut that off for me. Oil for the light, which is shaman, going from the oil from the olives. You press the olives and it produces a very rich, kind of green, brownish colored oil. And that oil is good for your body. It's good for your hair. And it's also good to burn with the wick, all right, to make oil, to give light. So it's a very versatile plant that the Most High created. You can eat it or you can burn it. Once you get the oil from it, you can put it on your body, right? Open this for me. You can put it on your body. You can put it on your skin, your hair. Excellent moisturizer. So this is what the Most High created. Okay, read.
Spices for the anointing oil.
Okay, so spices. The Most High likes spices. Go ahead.
And for the sweet incense.
So you have the spices, so the oil for the light, and the spices for the anointing oil. And for the spices for sweet incense. Talking about different kinds of cinnamon. Ground up in liquid myrrh. Ground up in liquid frankincense. All right. So we had all these expensive, very costly materials. Yahweh, when we did this thing, we serve an almighty God that likes stuff done on a high level. Not just, on a basic level, but on a very high level. All right. And that's the same thing he expects from his people. He don't want us to put nothing janky and raggedy together to bring to him. He wants stuff to be fly, man. He wants you to be fly. But don't let that flyness replace you having a beautiful and humble spirit to worship him. Because it's better for you to walk around raggedy, looking like a bum, because you might not just be able to get the money you need to get some nice clothes. It's better for you to do that than you to be walking around looking nice with the finest and latest this and that. But you just nasty and ugly on the inside, man. I prefer a brother that have a beautiful spirit, man. But the brother might not have the nicest clothes and nicest shoes, but he got a beautiful, humble, and strong spirit than the brother that's proud and boastful and got a whole bunch of nice shoes, and he might got them he might have them new Pradas, he might have the new Louis, Balenciagas, he might have some of them. Might have some of the some nice things, right? Nice things. So real nice $900 shoes or something, nice clothes. But it might be just a monster in his spirit. The Most High don't like that. So make sure your spirit is beautiful, and your words, your actions, your thoughts is beautiful, man. Make sure you got pure intentions when you're dealing with people, and you don't try to take advantage of people, and you treat people the way that you want to be treated. and you love your brother, you love your sister, and you love your own, and you love your enemies too, man. You give your enemies food and you give your enemies drink, man. You don't let the way somebody treats you ugly make you treat them ugly, because they won. They controlling you. All right, read.
Onyx stones.
Onyx stone, which is like this black stone right here. Not the Black Stone Rangers, but onyx stone. Very strong, beautiful black stone. So now when we had onyx stones, it can come in like different colors also sometimes, but mainly it's black. See, this is what the Muslims use. They have a black stone inside of Mecca, you see, to worship Allah, to kiss this black stone, which I don't know what kissing a black stone has to do with worshiping Allah. They say you kiss the black stone, it takes the sins off of you. Really? So that means that everybody in Islam ain't got no more sins, huh? So when they go to their little Hajj and they go back to Sudan, they go back to Iran, they go back to Iraq, they go back to Palestine, everybody is sin free now. Well, that shows you that that's a sham right there. That's a sham right there. All right, onyx, go ahead.
And stones to be set for the ephod.
The ephod was what the priest wore right here, a little garment, and then had a breastplate on here with 3 stones with 12 stones in it. Go ahead.
And for the breastplate, and let them make me a sanctuary.
So the Most High said, make me a holy sanctuary with all of these riches that you're gonna bring, and you're gonna use that as part of the construction. The Taj Mahal did not look as good as we made that tabernacle in the wilderness. Why? Because this was designed by Yahweh, God Almighty himself, and can nobody outdo him. Read.
That I may dwell among them.
Make this spot for me. It's got to be fly. It's got to be nice. Make it for me so I can come and kick it with y'all sometime, man. Make me a nice little spot. That's what Yahweh wanted. But when we disobeyed him, he kicked us out the land. And he said in Deuteronomy, when you read chapter 31 and 32, he said that he was going to turn his back to us. And that's exactly what he did. Read.
According to all that I showed thee, the pattern of the tabernacle.
The pattern of the tabernacle, go ahead.
And the pattern of the furniture thereof.
The pattern of all the things that you're going to make for the tabernacle, go ahead.
Even so shall you make it.
So the Most High said, this is how you're going to design the house, the tabernacle for me. These are the materials that you're going to use to make it. And here's the furniture you're going to put inside of it. The Most High had meticulous planning for this tabernacle. And we're going to read about it in the coming weeks, man. We're going to read about it on the Sabbath. You know, we're going to read about all these tabernacles. I mean, all of these pieces of furniture in the tabernacle. Read.
And they shall make an ark of acacia wood.
An ark of acacia wood, which is shittim wood. Go ahead.
2 cubits and a half. 2
cubits and a half. 1 cubit is about 18 inches. So that's a yard and a half. All right, go ahead. Well, I'm sorry, that's like a yard and 9 inches. Go ahead.
2 cubits and a half shall be the length thereof.
Now, this is the ark. It's already made out of a very expensive and nice and precious wood. Precious wood. Go ahead.
And a cubit and a half the breadth thereof.
Now check this out. You got this beautiful, beautiful wood, right? Beautiful wood. Man, this wood is beautiful, man. This is the Most High Yahweh saying, look, I want you to use that tree over there. I made this tree. And I knew when I made this tree, I was going to have you people get this tree and cut pieces of it to make this ark for me. See, he knew that when he made the tree. So it's very special to him. Now look what he's going to tell them to do with when they cut the tree up. They got to, you got to sand it. Then you got to cut the tree down with a little saw. Then you got to take the bark off of it. And then you got to do like a little plane and cut like little planks off of it. And then when you do the plank, you can make some dovetail fittings, whatever. Or you can make some tongue and groove fittings, or you can make joints to fit the thing together. So it's strong and it's tight, and you can make it so that you don't even need no nails. Now, and you can use wooden pegs to hold it all together. So we don't really see the details of the fabrication process or the construction process of this particular ark. But we know that, we have an idea of the dimensions of it. But check out what the Most High had them do once they brought this ark, and once they get it together, what he wants them to do after that. Read.
And a cubit and a half, the height thereof. And thou shalt overlay it.
Thou shalt overlay. What are we going to put on top of this thing? Go ahead.
Pure gold.
Imagine your furniture dipped in gold. So they took this ark, they put it all together, and they said, you know what? We're going to just put gold over top of all of it. Read.
Within and without shalt thou overlay it.
So imagine that. Gold all on the inside and on the outside. Ain't that something? Gold on the inside and gold on the outside. Whoever saw such a thing? You see that? Whoever saw such a thing? This is the God, Yahweh, that we serve, man. Gold inside the ark of the covenant. Read.
And thou shalt make upon it a crown of gold round about.
So all around the top part of it, the rectangular top, they had a little crown, a part that came up a little bit from the surface of the top, came up like a little edge around it like this. Probably was decorative and had like maybe some dips and stuff in it. Read.
And thou shalt cast 4 rings of gold for it. And thou shalt put them on the feet thereof, in the 4 feet thereof. And 2 rings shall be on one side of it, and 2 rings on the other side of it.
So Moses, Yahweh said, when you make this ark, I want you to put circles of gold. And he said, what? He said, cast 4 rings of gold for it. You know what that means? Cast iron. You know what that means? That means you have a mold, and you pour the iron in that mold, and then you put another piece on top of it, and it takes on the shape that those two molds make together. Well, he told them to pour gold into a mold. So this is a solid, hard gold ring that you're going to use to put a gold stick through it to carry it. Now, the Catholic Church ain't got nothing on this. Islam, Hinduism ain't got nothing on this, man. That's why Yahweh said, this is the spot. And that's why when the Gentiles came, they totally destroyed it. They totally destroyed it. They totally destroyed the temple. But the tabernacle, the Most High said, I want you to hide it. But the temple was beautiful also. One of the most beautiful buildings. All right. And it also had wood that was overlaid with gold, man. So that's the type of power that we serve Yahweh. So how would you not want to worship a power like that? That will give you everything if all you do is keep his commandments, man. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. You may even have your own mother or your own brother, your own members in your camp or your own camp leader, your own individual like cousin, brother, sister that don't keep the commandments or that's compromising the commandments. Well, encourage them, but they don't want to keep them commandments, man. I guess you be flying Captain Solo again. Don't be around people just because you want to be around people, man. Be around people because you know that they trying to keep them commandments. Read.
And thou shalt make staves of acacia wood.
So the staves is a stick. So make sticks of acacia wood, like a staff. Go ahead.
And overlay them with gold.
These two, put the gold on that too. Overlay that with gold. So it's a stick dipped in gold. Strong, solid wood too, man. Read.
And thou shalt put the staves into the rings on the sides of the ark, wherewith to bear the ark. The staves shall be in the rings of the ark.
Go ahead.
They shall not be taken from it. And thou shalt put it in the ark of the testimony which I shall give thee.
So the staves are going to stay on the side of the ark. All right, and the Most High said, put it into the ark of the testimony. Okay. Put it into the ark of the testimony. Right. So they stay inside there, and then people would take them off, take them, lift it up, and then we'll go on and carry it wherever it needs to be carried to. So these are the beautiful things that we see about the temple and the tabernacle that Yahweh wanted and ordered us to create, to make and fabricate when we were still in the wilderness, right? So the Most High is powerful. He's the divine architect of everything. Every cell in your body was designed by him, and it works. All right. If you take care of your temple will take care of you. If you're good to your body was made to be good to you. Your body was made to heal you. Your body was made to take care of yourself on the inside. If you don't take care of your body's not going to be able to take care of you. So the Most High created you in a way that you stay healthy. All you got to do is just eat the right foods, stay away from things that you know are going to be very harmful to your body. And once you do that, man, then hey, you're good to go. Your body be good to go. All right. So that's believe it or not, that's the Torah portion for tonight. All right. So let's go down and see if we have any questions. And if not, hey, we can call it a night. I can go eat the little taquitos. All right, from the chicken and tortillas fried up. And we go all right. All right. Shalom Abaya, how you doing, Ak? Shalom Nikah. All right. Shalom, shalom. Karan, shalom, Ak. How's it going with you, man? Signing off now, man. Hope everybody learned something good. All right. All right. So yeah, this is just a little thing we put out here, man. Rayak, shalom, shalom. Hallelujah. All praise to the Most High. All right. Shalom, Danielle Matthews. All praise to Yahweh. And this is the Torah portion. It ain't hard. You learn a lot inside of it, man. And this is us as a people. What we really need to be what we really need to be looking at. Hey, go give me the white phone inside there. What we really need to be looking at, as a people, man. Like, we almost at the end of this thing, and we really got to get back into this Torah, get back into these laws and of the Most High. All right, got to get back into the laws and the commandments of the Most High. Because if not, hey, the Most High gonna have a reward for us that we probably not gonna want. You feel me? We probably not gonna want. So you might want to grab that apocrypha real quick. Okay. Grab the apocrypha real quick. And let's see. Let's go into give me first. Let's go into Ezra chapter 1. First Ezra chapter 1. And let's read verse 4.
And said, "You shall no more bear the ark upon his shoulders."
So they're not going to bear the ark of the covenant anymore because the Most High took us away and put us in captivity. Read.
Now therefore, serve Yahweh your Elohim, and minister unto his people, Yasha'Allah, and prepare you after your families and kindreds, according as David, the king of Yasha'Allah, prescribed.
Right, now let's go on to verse 54. Read verse 53.
Who slew the young men.
The Chaldeans came into our land, and they killed our young men. Go ahead.
With the sword. Yea, even within the compass of their holy temple, they spared neither young man nor maid.
They killed the young men, they killed the women, they killed the grown-ups, they killed the children, the babies. Go ahead.
Old man nor child among them. He delivered all into their hands.
So when the Babylonians attacked us, man, we sought refuge inside this temple. Because we stopped using the tabernacle, but we went into the temple seeking refuge. Go ahead.
And they took all the holy vessels of Yahweh.
All the holy vessels of the Most High. We read about they took the ark. The Most High let them take the ark. The Babylonians, but they brought it back though with Ezra. All right. I think it was a different ark though when we go into Jeremiah's time period. I believe it was a different ark. Jeremiah hit it at a certain point. Go ahead.
Both great and small.
So the altar we're going to read about, all of these the places for sacrifices, the instruments that we were using, they took all of that. All right, go ahead.
With the vessels of the Ark of Elohim and the king's treasures, and carried them away into Babylon.
So they took all of that stuff away into Babylon. See? So they took all those things into Babylon. Meaning what? Meaning that they carried away the riches of the temple of Israel. All right. They carried away the riches of the temple of the children of Israel. All right. The same way that the Most High told us to make. All right. Let's go on to Hebrews chapter 9. Real quick, you say use this one. Chapter 9, verse 4. Hebrews 9 and 4.
Which have the golden censer.
Golden censer. So the second veil in the temple at the tabernacle, all right, was called, they had a holy censer, meaning the thing that you burn the incense in. Go ahead.
And the Ark of the Covenant.
The Ark of the Covenant, what?
Overlaid round about with gold.
Overlaid with gold. See that? So they had a gold all around, like we read in Exodus 25. Read.
Wherein was the golden pot.
Now inside that ark, we just read about the Most High giving us instructions on how he wants it made and the dimensions of it. All right. We had a golden what?
The golden pot.
A golden pot. Go ahead.
That had manna.
The manna that we ate in the wilderness had was inside this golden pot. Go ahead.
And Aharon's rod that budded.
And that little piece of a stick that they put up when everybody wanted to be the leader. So the Most High said, take Aaron's stick, which was a piece of a branch from off of an almond. It was from an almond tree, right? And they put the name on the side of it, and then overnight when they put it, and then they came back for it, everybody else's stick was the same, but Aaron's had budded, was starting to grow stuff overnight. Go ahead.
And the tables of the covenant,
which are the two rocks that had the ark that had the commandments on them. Had some of the commandments that the Most High spoken to Moses on Mount Sinai in Exodus chapter 20, what they call the Ten Commandments. All right. All right, so that's what we want to read from there. So if there's no questions or anything, we thank everybody for joining us in this Terumah or Torah portion, or Terumah, or as I prefer to say it, Terumah. All right, but how they got it set here, Terumah, you would say Terumah. All right. So anyway, thank everybody for joining us for this Torah reading. 16 verses. Now remember, keep your beautiful spirit beautiful, man. Don't get ugly with people. Don't act nasty toward people, because the Most High can't dwell in a temple like that, man. The Most High want temples to be clean and holy, right? The Most High don't want you to have no malice. So you start to get malice in your heart against people when you start to be mean and ugly and get nasty attitudes with people, say against you. But you got to be like Yahweh Shai HaMashiach and maintain a spirit of forgiveness for idiots. Forgive the idiots, man, and love the fools, you know, and embrace the stupid people. Accept them for who they are, man. Don't argue with them all day. Don't go back and forth, man. You know what it is. Very few arguments you get into with a prideful person can you win them over or show them the perspective that you are correct in. So just keep a humble spirit, man. Keep a humble spirit, and don't get ugly. The beauty that the Most High is talking about inside of Exodus chapter 25 is the same beauty that he expects for you to have inside your spirit, man. Believe that. Stay beautiful inside your spirit, man. Stay strong in these commandments. Stay strong in Yahweh Shai, and get even stronger in wisdom, because we almost at the end of America and the Europeans' domination of the brown-skinned people of the planet Earth. Their kingdom is about to fall. So if you're not ready for it, you're gonna fall too. Okay, so I say, may the Most High, Yahweh, be with you. In the name of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, Shemaya Sha'ala, Yahweh Alahayna wa Yahweh Akkad, wa Habda At Yahweh Alahayaka, Bakal Lababka, wa Bakal Napashka, wa Bakal Ma'adka. All right, Yabarakakam Yahweh Bashem HaMashiach Yahweh Shai. Love you all. Shalom.